Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So we recently had the new champion Sun Wukong added to the game, and I did not get him myself yesterday because I delayed it on purpose so that I can get him the next day, especially like today, because of the clan versus clan. Because you know what, that's 30,000 free points that I could get for my CVC, so why not? And honestly, I already gave my impression about Sun Wukong when I did a video about him, when I said what I will be thinking, and that's going to be something like my first impression was he's going to be an amazing arena meta champion. However, in order to showcase that one, it's not as easy, okay? It still need to playtest with him, I still need to try some other stuff, and this might be something that I might come back and show you like, I don't know, a month, 2 months, or like a week, a few weeks, who knows. But it's all about this one that I say is going to be amazing in arena because of the fact that he can just straight up sheep somebody. So he can be a good UDK counter, he can be a good Marichka counter. Like, there's definitely tons of ways of building Sun Wukong. But apart from that, like for people that maybe do not care that much about arena, I really believe Sun Wukong can be really helpful for Hydra, okay? He doesn't bring too much, it's just mostly about this A3, okay? It's an AoE hit, before attacking steals all buffs from all enemies and then places block buffs for 2 turns. Well, I'm gonna show you around that I ran with this one, and I'm just gonna tell you now, this one's amazing because you know what he does? It doesn't matter about weak hitting, he doesn't care about the poison cloud, he doesn't care about anything, okay? He straight up removes all the buffs and steals them, and he straight up places block buffs even if the poison cloud is out there. The only thing that can be countered is 3%, or if you do not have enough accuracy. And after that, what he brings actually some decent damage on this A2. Like, I've seen this A2 hit on a decapitated head. It's gonna be on a hard Hydra, but I've seen it hit for like 400k. So let's just have a look at the team. Basically, the team that I put together was, you know, I tried to just put some I guess free-ish to obtain champions that people might have had. I didn't want to bring my, you know, Krisk, CV, stuff like that. I had Duchess available. Duchess would have been maybe better, but I just wanted to bring Visix, Python, which was, you know, was a fusion, Lydia, which, you know, Lydia helps with some decreased defense, weaken, increase speed. Then I have Artag, which again was a free champion, AoE HP burn. And then it was Inquisitor Chamel because instead of bringing Duchess or trying to do some other funky stuff, I threw basically together some free-to-play champions that can be obtained by most people apart from Chamel, which you have to pull. You know, if you've been playing for a while, you should have most of these champions. And I just put them together because they were built, and then I just added Sun Wukong to the team. And I'm not going to lie, this team is pretty interesting. The thing is like this, I want to keep in mind before we're gonna get to the end result and all that, I want you to keep in mind that I did not build people specifically for this. I did not swap builds. I did not make a perfect team, okay? This team isn't perfect by no means, okay? Like, I did not bring a mischief tank. I did not bring I don't know, AoE decrease, what else am I missing? Not enough provoke, okay? So I did not try and go and perfectly optimize, perfectly tune this team. I just wanted to see, like, okay, if I throw him in my hard team, how is it going to do? Normally this team on hard for me does somewhere around 100 million damage, okay? But it's different champion, it's, you know, it's more optimized. I have a mischief target, I have enough provoke, I rotate enough, I have some crazy speeds. Whereas this team, well, my Artec is basically built for my Golem. My Python is built for Arena. Lydia, she's built kind of like for dungeons, for Doom Tower. She's not specifically built for Hydra. So the only champion that I have built for Hydra in here is Visix, and it's Inquisitor Chamel. And maybe one thing I should have done in here is I should have swapped Sun Wukong into a different build, and that is the build that I have Visix in. I would have loved to bring, for example, Mithral in here, but I would use my Mithral for another key, so I cannot show that. But I might do some other testing. I might try him on higher difficulties, on Nightmare or on Brutal, you know, by using Mithral as well, and see what I can do with him. But overall, he does, you know what, he does his job pretty well. His job in here is to remove buffs and put block debuffs, block buffs, debuff, and then to do some damage. And he does that job pretty well. Another thing that's extremely amazing that I really love about him is that passive. So basically that passive, whenever he dies, after 3 turns, like, doesn't matter who takes the turn, if it's your champions or if it's the Hydra heads, after 3 turns he comes back with 100% HP and 100% turn meter, which just you know, makes him amazing. You don't really have to worry if you build him squishy of constantly picking back up. He's gonna pick himself back up. So that's what it's really awesome about him. The perfect build that I would suggest for Sun Wukong for Hydra would be a cursed set. Okay, if you have good enough cursed set that does some damage and gives you the accuracy, that's what I would suggest to you. Unfortunately, I only had one build of one set of curse, because I sold all of my curse in the past because who needed a heal reduction, you know. So yeah, the only curse set that I have is currently on V6, and I do not want to take it off because I'm using V6 in other areas, and I'm not on a test server. This is my main account, and I do not want to break everything. But if you get him in a curse set, that A3 is on a 3-turn cooldown, okay? So that's a 3-turn cooldown. Then the A2 again, which does pretty good damage, is on a 3-turn cooldown as well. You just saw that 143,000 damage. We know decreased defense and no weaken. That's pretty respectable damage done by, you know, by him. 79k again on the A1. So overall, he's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to try and find the right combination for him. Okay, you always try when we're talking about Hydra. You want to find the right synergy, like who else do you want to bring alongside him, what's the other champions. Keep in mind, whenever you build something for Hydra, think about the roles that you cover, okay? Decrease speed, increase speed, block buffs, decrease defense, increase defense, strength, poisons, HP burn. Poisons maybe not as much, but HP burn, so somebody to deal with the torment, a mischief tank. So, you know, there's several things to take into consideration. And one thing that I really want to say is there's not that many good block buff champions, okay, from my point of view at least. Like, there are some top tier champions such as Supreme Gaelic. Like, I definitely love him. I have 2 of him on my main account. I use him all the time. He's amazing. Supreme Gaelic is a really good one. Then Ugo, again, an epic. Ugo's pretty amazing. But then honestly, I cannot think of other ones that are perfect, that are amazing. You know, you have Uko, Mighty Uko, that was a fusion, but he's not perfect. If the heads respawn, he cannot put block buffs because they have that buff over there. Who else? Deliana. Okay, Deliana brings block buffs with some healing, but then nothing too crazy. You don't need decreased resist, you don't need the AoE leech. So overall, there's not actually too many good block buff champions in the game, from my point of view. So having Sun Wukong to deal that, in case, like I said, in case you don't care about having him for Arena, I will personally use him for Arena on my main account. Just will have to find the right combination, right stats. But if you don't care about using him for Arena and you need some help with Hydra, you can just build him for Hydra with some accuracy, even give him a little bit of damage, and he's gonna do his job just fine. Like, he's just gonna be awesome in here, especially because, like I said, he does not care about the poison cloud. So the poison cloud could be up, okay? Like, something happens, bad RNG, cleanse happens, poison cloud goes up. Well, guess what? He's gonna come and put the block buffs up there. So if there's some other nasty buffs that could happen, he just blocks that. Wrath is not gonna get increased attack. Mischief, if he steals your buffs, he cannot spread them. Suffering will not put the reflect damage area protection. So he's gonna be awesome for this. Trust me, that's what I suggest. If you need help with Hydra, do not sleep on Sun Wukong. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, with the new fusion that we have planned, that's gonna start on Thursday, what's his name again, Strategos Island, something like that, they're gonna pair pretty well together, because Strategos brings, you know, the other good buffs and yeah, basically good buffs for the team, and a little bit of extra provoke on his A1. So, you know, keep that in mind, that this, I have a feeling like Reddit is just trying to push more and more good champions to help us with Hydra, especially since we had a Hydra clash go. So I'm just gonna fast forward this a little bit towards the end. So I want to show you, like, you know, somebody got eaten. This was full auto, by the way. Okay, just put the team together, left on full auto, and, you know, whatever happened. I think I lost Artak first. Like, you know, some bad energy happens, some steal like that happens. The good thing is, if he rotates fast enough, okay, he can just do his A3 and remove all of those buffs and then cleanse them again. Maybe the best build that you would have liked for him, like I said, is either cursed. Look at that. He just removed all those buffs and put the block buffs in there. But the best build for him would be either cursed, like I mentioned, or if you have somebody else, like if you're gonna use Mistrala, I'm thinking Reflex would be good for him. You want him to come back to that A3 as often as possible, and the same thing with the A2, because that one hits pretty hard. And definitely that would be a good idea. Even Relentless could work, but I feel like Relentless is not the best, because, like I said, yeah, it's okay if he dies and comes back, but you don't want him to be on the floor most of the time. So if you have Relentless and you're having some buffs in there that keep falling off every time he procs the Relentless, that's not as good, because, well, he's gonna die too often and he's not gonna be able to do his job. Well, watch this. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, and boom, he's back up. So definitely Sun Wukong is a really fun champ. I'm looking forward to playing with him in Arena as well. I'm looking forward to, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna test him more on Hydra as well, since I haven't built with Hydra stuff right now. But basically, at the end of the day, what he did is, let's watch, boom. So he did 13 million damage. For somebody that also brings the utility of bringing the block buffs, that's not so bad. It's kind of like same as Lydia. Okay, Lydia brings increased speed, decreased defense, weakened, she did 8 million, he did 13, Artak basically is just damage, Inquisitor, Shamel, Torment counter and just damage, and then V6 did this amount of damage because she was in the curse set and she put the Hex out there. And think about, let's say maybe 5 million of this damage could be Sun Wukong if we put him in a cursor. Let me just quickly show you the build that I put him in. It's not gonna be something too crazy. Like I said, I was testing some random stuff. I did not have the time to perfectly make the best team. Just want to show you my initial team and my initial impression of Sun Wukong in Hydra, which honestly it's definitely pretty good in my opinion. Let me just show you the build. Where are you? There we go. So I gave him 3 pieces of, you know, refresh accessories. Even if they're not the best, if they have some decent stats and they'll just go for them because they're gonna be huge. And then I built him in double crawl plus perception, 237 accuracy, 237 speed, 320 accuracy, crit rate, attack, and crit damage. So he does have some damage built in there, but keep in mind he's not an max HP hitter, and at the same time he does not have HP burn. So the damage that you saw that he did is pretty respectable for the build that I have. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be it for the video. I just wanted to, you know, show a quick video of Sun Wukong, like I said, showcase him in Hydra. If you guys want to see me use him in Nightmare and try and build a team around that, just leave it in the comments below and I could have a look into that and see what I can come up with. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, run. Bye, guys.